Hey besties, welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lara Savage. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel, like this video, share within and outside your circle, and let's get into it. Now in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make this palazzo, elastic palazzo pants. So it's elastic waist and it's palazzo at the same time. So I'm going to show you guys the easiest way to achieve it. Now guys, for this you're going to get your fabric and you're going to fold it into two. So what I have here is a folded fabric and the length is my waist to my hem plus 5 inches. Now this 5 inches is just to give room for any excesses. So measure your waist to your hem plus 5 inches, so your waist to your ankle basically, and the measurements you're going to have as one part of this fold is going to be your hip measurements divided by 4 plus 3 inches. Now guys, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to measure from your waist to your crotch plus 3 inches. So your waist to your crotch, measure it and then add 3 inches to it and mark it right there. So once you've marked it, you're going to use a line to represent this point, and then we're going to move on back to the top of the pants.
I've been doing this, I'm on it. I just want to be iconic. Sipping on a gin and tonic, got me going on.
And then you're now going to measure your hip circumference divided by 4 plus 1.5 inches. Now the remaining 1.5 that is going to be remaining is going to be for the crotch width. So you're going to see what I'm talking about once I'm done. So mark it right there and then use a line to represent that point to the waistline. So where you marked as your hip divided by 4 plus 1.5 inches, mark it and draw a line leading to the waistline, and then use your curved ruler to create your crotch curve. So can you guys see what I'm doing? That 1.5 excess at the end was for my crotch curve. So use a line to curve it right there, and there you have it. That's your crotch curve. Now I'm now going to go to the hem as well, and I'm going to measure my hip divided by 4 plus 1.5 inches like I measured up there, and then I'm going to use a line to connect it from that point down to the crotch side. So it's going to be a slant basically because it's not a straight line to the crotch. So I'm going to rule a line and then cut it right there. So after cutting it, you're going to cut the crotch curve out as well, just like I'm doing right here. And now I'm going to have my front ready. So I'm going to take another fabric and I'm going to fold it into two. Now you're going to place the front pattern on this back fabric and make sure, please make sure when you place it on it, you have an excess of 2 inches on the crotch side. So can you guys see this part here? Make sure it's 2 inches excess that you have right there, because the back crotch is always wider than the front. So mark it at 2 inches right there. I've made sure I have that excess right there, and then I'm going to use a line to connect it just like this. Now you're going to take your curved ruler again and you're going to connect the front curve to make a new curve for the back. So can you guys see what I'm doing? So make a new curve is going to be deeper on the back. So this is what you're going to have as your back curve, and then you're going to cut it out along that part right there. Now I'm going to cut the bottom part as well. Now you're going to extend it by 1 inch. So you're going to start cutting it using a slant from the crotch part. So from the 2 inches end of the crotch, you're going to continue slanting it till you get to the hem of the trouser. So can you guys see what I've done right here? Cut it like that using a slant.
I can go change my fate, you won't understand it. All alone, that's okay. People, I can't stand them. They don't want me to change, keep me where I'm standing. And I don't want to be where I am. And I want something more, take a chance. It could be possibly my last day.
And then open up your fabric, because we're going to be putting pockets on this. So cut out the two sides, so the fold basically. cut it out entirely to the end of your pants basically. Now guys, you're going to take your pattern pieces, so one of the front pattern pieces and one from the back. You're going to place it right sides facing each other, and now you're now going to sew it along the crotch. So from the crotch, so from the end of the curve of the crotch, you're going to sew it down to the hem of the fabric. So sew it from the crotch curve, so you're not sewing anything on the curve, it's just from that end. You're going to sew it down to the hem using 1/2 inch seam allowance. So do you guys get? You are sewing one front and one back right sides facing, one front pattern and one back pattern right sides facing, not the two fronts or the two backs, one front and one back right sides facing. And then once you're done sewing, this is what you're going to have. So I've sewn it right here. This is what it looks like. Now that I've sewn that part, I'm now going to place it right sides facing again, and then I'm going to sew the sides of the pants as well. So sew it from the waist to the hem. So you know we sewed only the legs for the other one. Now you're going to sew it from the waist to the hem of your pants. So can you guys see what I've done right here? I've placed it right sides facing, and I'm going to sew it down to the end, so that you have, you know, your pants basically like where you can put your legs in. So the center is going to be open, but the side and the legs are going to be closed. Now guys, I have sewn it right here, and this is what it looks like. I'm going to turn it inside out. Can you guys see what I have right here? And then I'm going to work on the pockets. But even that could change. So for the pockets, I'm going to cut out a rectangle that is 12 inches by 8 inches. That's what I have right here. And then at the short part right here, I'm going to mark 6 inches. Then on the longer part, I'm now going to go downwards by 7 inches. So create that mark right there. And then you're going to use your ruler to connect it. This is your pockets. Just cut it out. And this is your pocket, guys. So I'm going to cut out 4 pieces of this particular pocket, and I'm going to take 2 out of those pieces, sew it right sides facing each other, and turn it inside out. Now I lost the footage of myself, you know, sewing it together. Guys, I am so sorry, but this is what you're going to have at the end. So I've sewn it right sides facing each other and turned it inside out. So now I have a clean pocket on the inside and on the outside. So can you guys see I've sewn it all around, left a space that I was going to turn it out from, and this is what I have. Now I'm going to place it at the edge of the pants right here. So just like this, just like what I'm doing right here. So on the front of my pants, I'm going to place my pocket from 3 inches from the top. So the waistline, you're going to go down by 3 inches, and then you're going to place your pocket right there. And then the side, the slanted side, is going to be close to the edge of the side of your pants. So close to the side seam basically. So just like I've done right here, I have pinned it here already, and this is what it looks like. Pin it to only the front part. Don't mistakenly pin it to the back. Pin it to only the front. So you know we placed one part of the front and one part of the back together when we're sewing the legs. So you're going to make sure you're placing the pockets on the front pattern basically. So the 2 legs that you sewed, you're going to have one front and one back, one front and one back. Make sure your pocket is on the front. Now guys, you're now going to take one of the pants legs and turn it to the wrong side. Then you're going to take the one that is turned to the right side, and they're going to put it inside the one that is turned to the wrong side. So just like I'm doing right here, place it inside it so that the right sides are facing each other. And now we're now going to sew along that crotch. So can you guys see? Sew it from the waist down to the crotch curve and then back to the other side of the waist. So that's what I'm going to do right now. And once you're done sewing, this is what it's going to look like. I've turned it to the right side. This is what I have right here. Guys, it's looking amazing. This is what the legs look like. Now it's time to work on our elastic band. So now guys, you're going to flip it to the wrong side, and then you're now going to fold it half an inch from the top, and then fold it again so that it gets to the seam you made of the pocket. So you're going to be using the pocket as a guide. So you're going to start from the front, use the pocket as a guide, fold it half an inch from the top, and then fold it to meet this seam right here. So can you guys see what I've done right here? Pin it down as well, and then once you've pinned it, sew it all around, but make sure you have a space. So create that space.
Anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go.
And then you're now going to take your elastic band. Now your elastic band should be your waist measurement minus about 1 inch, or if you don't even want to minus anything, you don't need to minus anything because you're still going to sew it together. So insert your elastic through the casing and then sew your elastic together.
Some batter in your brain, that's why they say fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down.
Once you're done sewing, you're going to pull it out just like this so that your elastic can, show very well. And then you're going to go to the hem, fold it twice and sew it all around. So both legs, that's what you're going to do.
Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.
And guys, here it is. I have sewn it. I'm going to also sew the opening closed. So you're going to, that opening that you left, you're going to sew it, and then your trouser is going to be ready. Guys, look at it. Like, on the line is really correct. Everything is so amazing. It turned out really nice. And guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys learned a lot from this video. If you try it out, please don't forget to tag me on Instagram at Lara Savage Creations. I would love to showcase your work with all my growing followers, and even here on YouTube. Guys, please don't forget to subscribe. Watch other videos on this channel. I have so many amazing contents made for you. Comment in the comment section if you have any questions. Like this video, share within and outside your circle, join in as a member. Membership helps the channel a lot, like a whole lot. And until my next video, do have yourself a wonderful morning, noon, or night wherever you are. It's still your favorite content creator and fashion entrepreneur, Lara Savage, signing out.